So the first part of the chapter is index laws, and I'm going to go through this. When you have a common base, so the big number is the base and the little number is the power or the index, when you have a common base and you're multiplying, all you do is you add the powers and you keep the base the same. So this is 3 to the power of 7 because 2 plus 5 is 7. The same thing you do when the base is the same, the base is y, and you're going to be adding 4 and minus 6. 4 plus minus 6 is in fact negative 2, so you get y to the power of negative 2. And we'll look at negative fractions later, but we'll leave it as y to the power of negative 2. When you have numbers, they can be different, but the base is actually the letter r. So the base is the same, so r squared times r cubed is r to the power of 5 because we add the powers, but we multiply 2 and 3, so that gives us 6r to the power of 5. A fraction, of course, is a division, and when we divide and the base is the same, the base is b, we subtract the powers. So I have b to the power of 3, b cubed, because 7 take away 4 is 3. And then I've got x to the power of 10 divided by x to the power of negative 2. So we are subtracting the powers because the same base, and I subtract the powers. So 10 minus 2. So I'm subtracting because of the division, subtracting the powers because I'm dividing. And this actually gives me a 10 plus 2. So I now have x to the power of 12. And the same for f. I am going to be dividing the numbers because that's what the sign says. 6 divided by 3 is 2. X to the power of 5 divided by x cubed, I'm subtracting the powers, so this is x squared. And then when you have brackets, you are multiplying the powers because effectively you have x squared to the power of 4, so it's multiplied by itself 4 times, and when you add all of these powers, it gives you x to the power of 8. But you don't need to do all of that, you simply need to remember that you multiply the powers. 2 times 4 is 8. When you have a number and then a base and a power all to a power outside the brackets, this is what you do. This is what it's saying. It is saying that the 5 is to the power of 3 and the x squared is to the power of 3. So you would put 5 cubed times x squared cubed. Well, 5 cubed is 5 times 5 times 5, or you just put it into your calculator. 5 cubed is 125. And then you would multiply those powers, so you've got x to the power of 6. Here, I'm going to multiply the powers, a to the power of 6 times 2a squared. Well, this is the same as 1a to the power of 6. 1 times 2 is 2. A to the power of 6 times a squared is a to the power of 8 because we add the powers when we multiply. And then for that one, I can split it up to 3 cubed. The 3 is cubed, and the x squared is also cubed. And then I'm going to divide by x to the power of 4. Well, 3 cubed, 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27. You can put that into your calculator and get it straight away. And I multiply the powers, so x to the power of 6 divided by x to the power of 4. And this would be the same as 1x to the power of 4. So 27 divided by 1 is 27. And x to the power of 6 divided by x to the power of 4 is x squared because I subtract the powers.